Welcome to Weekend Shelf Control with me, Liam.
And me, Frankie.
And today we are going to be talking about our June book haul. So these are all the books that we purchased in June, and regular viewers might notice these are significantly smaller stacks. We both decided to do a bit of a self-imposed book buying ban for June, and I think we did pretty good.
Okay, so I also feel pretty good because of these 5 books, one I had read previously, one I read in June, so I only have 3 new ones that I'm adding to my shelves, which is a
That's
lovely
good.
feeling. So I'll
Yeah.
start with the one I've read previously. As you know from previous hauls, I'm collecting the Bridgerton books because I don't have physical copies, and there's these nice
That is nice.
focus
There we go.
sprayed edge versions.
Oof, so nice. Once the focus works.
Yeah, there we go. Hand on the bottom, all around. They got a little ribbon bookmark. So I now have the first 4. So I've just been picking them up as they go on sale because they're a bit pricey. I think book 5 is out, and I think the last 3 are still. I think one's out in August and the other's September or something. So might be a little while, but I just keep checking in to see when they go on sale and pick them up.
So my first one, uh, I've purchased this book twice before, and both times had to get rid of it. So I finally have a copy that I am happy with of Fright Train, a Point Horror Unleashed book. This is by Paul Stewart. This isn't an ex-library book. It doesn't have any nonsense written in the covers or anything like that. It is like it's a little bit red, but
Gives it character.
honestly, yeah, I can live with this. And this has been such a pain in the ass to get hold of that I'm just happy that my search for this one is over. Still have another like 5 or 6 point horror books to find before I have all of them, but I now have this one at least.
My next one, I'll just mention the one that I read in June, so I will be talking about it in our June wrap up. The Detective by Matthew Riley. So, this one, the cover stood out to me. I have been wanting to read Matthew Riley, and I was going to start reading a series of his, but then I saw this one, so I thought I'll start with this one. Also, there's book 2 is out in September, and it has a really nice copy with sprayed edges, which I have pre-ordered. So
Nice.
that's partially why I read it straight away, because I just wanted to know if I was going to want to read book 2. So
Yeah.
yes, I will talk about it more, but new series started.
Was there a version of book 1 that had sprayed edges?
I don't think so. I couldn't
Okay.
see. I couldn't
So
see
does that
anything.
not irk you a little bit that one doesn't and that the second one does? Because it would irk me a little bit.
I mean, not really, because it
Okay.
doesn't seem like they made one like that.
Yeah.
Also, if they did, like this one just came out last year, I think late last year. So I feel like if there was one, I would have seen something. But also,
Yeah.
if it wasn't readily available, I'm not going to pay a lot just to get that when I got this on. It was hardcover, but it was on sale, so it didn't cost too
Makes
much.
sense. So this next one,
Uh oh.
I don't. You're right.
Yeah.
Good. This next one, I'm not really counting in my numbers. This is Air Conditioned Nightmare by David K. Slater. And if that name rings a bell to any regular viewers, it'll be because I picked up the nice fancy leather-bound version of this, of which there are only 10 copies available, at the Liverpool Indie Horror Chapter book convention I went to. And the author reached out to me on TikTok and said, I finished with all my conventions for the summer. I have some stock left over. Would you like me to just send you a paperback copy free of charge so you don't have to mess up your nice leather-bound version? To which I obviously said, yes, please, that'd be amazing. And it's been I don't know if we can see that it's been personalized for the signature.
That's
But
cool
not only
signature.
that, also what I do like as well is it's been dated as well, and this was it says "Dying in the Heat" because this was when we were having the massive heat wave in the UK, which I think is a nice little touch. But also on top of that, there's a
Interesting
page.
too, considering the title.
Yeah, there's a page here. I don't know how well you're going to be able to see this, but basically just a whole page talking about don't mess up the nice, glorious version. Read this one instead, which I think is very cool, personally. Um, yeah, hope you enjoy your stay in hell. Protect the Grail at all costs. So I'm really excited to read this, and I really need to prioritize it, especially since I now have 2 copies of it. But
Yes.
it doesn't count as an additional number, right?
Okay, another book I have that I picked up because I saw book 2 in the series and it was really pretty. So I was like, what is this series about? Do I want to read it? Which is Direbound.
Ooh, okay.
And this instantly stood out because it's got dire wolves in it and people like have a mind link connection with their dire wolf. And so this girl has always hated them, but then her sister gets kidnapped, and so she joins the army to train so that she can help her sister. And so she has to take part in the deadly bonding trials to link with the direwolf. So she's got 4 months of
Okay.
training. She's bound to a direwolf that refuses to communicate and has to go through these trials. So it sounds
Is
really
it
interesting.
is it a like flat out fantasy or is it a romantasy?
It's a romantasy because the quote on
It's
the
yeah,
back,
yeah.
let my hands act out your every savage, depraved thought. Use me, I'm yours. Which, yeah, I don't know how that part of the story is going to go, but I'm just here for the direwolves. So,
Well, you might be getting a
yes,
lot of the direwolves by the sounds of
the
it.
guy is the handsome crown prince. So, yes, it's bond or bleed, duel or die, failure is ruin. So yeah, we'll see how that goes. I'm into the trials. I don't know how the romance part is going to go based on that quote, but we shall
Yeah.
see. I'm hoping to read this in July. I don't know, it's quite chunky,
Yeah.
and
It
the
honestly,
font's not very big, so it's quite a story.
that description you read out really did sound like someone grabbing elements from like other romantasies that I've read and just like, okay, we'll just put this into a blender and add some direwolves into it, and here we go.
Yeah, but I do
If it's done
I
well,
do like.
then
I mean, I
great.
just read Red Rising earlier, which was a similar thing. Basically, someone is
Yeah.
thrown into a new world, has to go through training and trials and deal with people that are out to get them and all of that.
N-
So
No sexy direwolves in that one.
no, well, it's not the wolf. She's not getting together
You
with
sure?
well, as it seems like it's the
Are we sure
prince.
about that?
I'm not sure, but it
No.
seems like it's the prince is the one, not the wolf. If it is the
There's
wolf,
a
then I will not continue with this
Is
series.
there not
That's
like a whole subgenre on like shifters and people that turn into
yeah,
wolves and all that sort of like?
but that's not this. I think this is just wolves.
I bet there's going to be some sort of like alpha stuff in there that's like translates to people as well as wolves.
Well,
That's my prediction.
we'll see. So yes,
Yeah,
hopefully I can read that this month. But I just started a Richard Swan book, so I don't know how many big books I can fit in 1 month. We'll see.
yeah. My next one is another one that I don't think technically counts because I got sent this as an advanced reader copy about 2 years ago around Christmas time because it is a Christmas themed horror book. I will say that the title and cover isn't massively clear, but this is "Do You Hear What I Hear" by Mark M.J. Green, who is one of my favourite. There's his handsome little face there. one of my favorite UK indie horror authors. Um, and this is just like such a delightful, festive read that I've just wanted my own physical copy. Also because there's a note from the author section. Oh, come on, Hannah. Wait a second. Let's just get this. So
There
there's
we
a
go.
note from the author section, and um, as some of our viewers might know, I have a little TikTok channel where I do book reviews and whatnot, and it's called Liam Likes Books, and it's shouted out in the note from the author. So I had to have my. I'm gonna next
Yeah.
time he's at a convention, I'll take this and get him to sign it because at the Liverpool one, I picked up all his other books that I didn't have, but he didn't have any of this, and I was gonna wait to the convention, but now that they're only doing them once a year, I got sick of waiting, so I picked it up on Amazon, and I'll get him to sign it. It's a really fun book though. Like if you want a festive horror movie that has a real
Horror
Shaun
book.
of the Dead vibe to it, yeah, horror book, not horror movie. It's late. If you want a festive horror book that has a real Shaun of the Dead vibe to it, and also not only that, about halfway through, it does something that when I was reading it, I was like, "What the fuck's he doing? This isn't going to work," and yet it works really well. So I'm trying to not slip into like doing a review of the book,
Yeah.
but since I have read it, it is really good, and I can say that with utter confidence.
You'll have to remind me of that when we get to Christmas time.
Closer to Christmas. Okay.
My next one is a random purchase because I just saw it and I saw what it was about and I thought I will have that. It was on sale. So I picked up
Reason.
Shadow Reaper by
Okay.
Lynette Noni, who
Okay.
seems to be a bit of a well-known author. I have not read anything. A Reaper, a hunter, sworn enemies now and forever. So basically a story about Reapers had me intrigued. So what is this? There's Reapers roam the streets stealing magic from innocent children. This girl is 17. She's trained to hunt the Reapers, but they keep growing. They have a Reaper priest that is overseeing them all. And then one of the priest's most loyal followers gets captured, and I think he's like not following him anymore, so she teams up with him to try and, take them down, save the city or whatever. But can she trust him?
Good
So
question.
this has some nice sprayed edges too, just some
Very
little
nice.
stars. Just wanna. There we go. So yes, I'm intrigued.
My next one, I just saw this in my local Waterstones. This is They Fear Men. No, They Fear Not Men in the Woods by Gretchen McNeil. It's sprayed edges, so obviously I had to pick it up.
Very pretty.
I don't really know a lot what it's about because I'll be honest, I just saw it and picked it up. Um, but yeah, it's a book.
If you can judge a book by the cover, it looks like it's the cover and the edges. It looks like it's
Yeah.
going to be a really good one. So hopefully it is.
I'll read just the little bit at the start of the synopsis. When Jen Monroe hears her father's remains have been found, she returns home to disprove his death, only to find the forests of rural Washington are hiding horrors beyond imagining.
Yeah, that does sound good.
Sounds good, doesn't it?
Yeah. My final book, I can't remember now. Oh, yes, I remember. So I saw randomly there is a classical music radio station here, ABC Classic. ABC is a big media thing. And so they had a greatest 100 of all time that was voted by listeners. And so they had it over a weekend, and then I was listening. They had little catch-up episodes of 2-hour blocks. So I listened as I was working through the week. And it reminded me, because I like classical music. I don't know a ton, but I have some favorites. So it was nice to listen to things, and I saved a few things I hadn't heard before that were pretty. And it reminded me of on Audible when I had a subscription way back. I got the the great courses where they have, like a lecture series you can get. And I had one for the 30, I think, greatest orchestral or 30 orchestral works or something. And it had some professor lecturing on these different things. And it was really interesting because he would, talk about things, play the music so you could hear what he was talking about and all of that. So I decided to look on Audible, and there's a whole series of different things focusing on specific composers or types of pieces, like the orchestral works. It was concertos and whatever. But anyway, it just got me interested in Beethoven has some really good things. And so I decided to buy a book about Beethoven.
As you do.
Actually, it was a funny, no, I remember now. I was telling you, it's a funny story I heard. One of the pieces that got into the 100 was his symphony number 4, I think it was, where I think the third or fourth, the final movement in it was kind of almost like a joke thing that he wrote based on his gas. Basically, they have a theory that maybe he had IBS. So like it opens with a noise that's like a burp, and then it goes through and then builds this big final. And I'm just like, that's pretty funny that, he was just having fun in that particular piece, writing bodily movements into the music. And yeah, so I just feel a bit more of a kinship with him for that. And then in this lecture that I listened to, mentioned something about that, and I just thought, and about his life at the time, and that he wrote that when he was suffering so much with ill health and depression because of his hearing loss and everything, that he still could write sort of upbeat music and stuff. So so I decided to get this to find out more about him.
How big is that book?
It's 400 and hang on, this is all like notes and stuff. Let me see the actual. It looks like it has a breakdown of his music as well, but it's about 400 pages.
Okay, that's not too bad, I guess.
Yeah.
And it covers his whole life, does it?
I assume so.
Okay.
Because it's The Man Revealed. This author is apparently very knowledgeable about Beethoven, and he's also written another book that's sort of like a almost memoir thing about researching and visiting places and whatever to do with Beethoven. So if I like this, I might read that next.
Yeah, sounds good. Okay, so my last one, this was a pre-order that arrived in June. This is Songs of the Dead by Brandon Sanderson and Peter O'Rulian. So Waterstones exclusive edition. This is a removable sticker. We're all pleased to know.
Nice, yes.
And we have...
Oh, that's cool.
Very cool sprayed edges. This is the Strata Wars Book 1. And I can't remember, in all honesty, if this is part of the Cosmere or not, which is, Brandon Sanderson's grouping of all of his work. Because I do remember hearing him do a video once where he was saying that he's planned out roughly what he wants to do, and he's realised that even though he writes at a ridiculous pace, he still can't achieve everything he wants to do single-handedly. So he said he was going to start off some series by like picking authors and working with them, and then like handing the series over to the author to kind of put their spin on it and essentially get it to where it needs to go. And I don't know if this is an example of that or if this is completely unrelated. I have no idea. And the flap is being very unhelpful in educating me about this. I'm seeing literally nothing anywhere that says this is a Cosmere novel, so it might not be. But it sounds interesting. Let's see. A rocker is faced with a life or death choice when he realizes that a powerful society of magic wielders are threatening the safety of the city of London in this deft contemporary fantasy. That doesn't sound Cosmere related at all. So dismiss everything I said about the Cosmere. This sounds like it's its own little thing. Um, I'll be honest, mostly got it for the sprayed edges. And because
It
it's
does look very
Brando
cool.
Snado.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I still need to start reading his books.
There's still plenty of time.
I think the hard thing is I have too many fantasy series on the go.
Yeah, it's hard
So,
to justify
I
starting
mean,
another
I
one.
know that Elantris is kind of its own thing at the moment,
For now.
isn't it?
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
but because it's the first book of the universe,
It's
then
not really,
it
though, is it?
feels
Yeah.
like starting a new series, even if it is
Yeah.
a standalone story that I could then just wait ages before going on to the next book. So,
Yeah.
yes, cool. Well, we have a much shorter video this time because we had less books
We
to talk about.
succeeded
Yes,
with
we
our
did
June book
well.
buying ban.
I'm feeling very happy with myself that
Yeah.
I managed to buy so few books.
Now, are we going to continue this book buying ban into July?
Well, I will say I already have a number of books for July, but mostly that's because I went to Bookfest, which I've talked about. So I didn't spend a lot of money because it's charity things, all secondhand books. So there is that, and I didn't go too crazy, probably because I had limited time that I could be there, so I didn't get a chance to look at everything. But besides that, which is a special twice a year thing, so I feel like it doesn't count for normal book buying because it's a special event. Besides that, I think I will do well again.
We're recording this. Technically, it's the 5th of July. So we're 5 days into the month, and I have already purchased 10 new books. So I'm fucked.
Well, it depends how you go for the rest of the month.
I'm already at double what I did for June, and I'm 5 days in.
Yeah, but when it's like was that a one-off thing or yeah?
It is,
So it's
yeah.
one thing. So you know.
We'll see. We'll see. We'll see. Put it this way: we know that July is going to be a minimum of 10 for me. Probably more.
Yeah, well, I think I have about 10 or 11 from Bookfest.
Okay, so again, maybe we're on a similar.
I think I have two other books planned so far. So hopefully I don't. Maybe one or two more.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think 5 is a good number. Especially
I'm pleased with 5. Yeah.
so yeah, I feel like if I do 5, I mean that's about what I'm reading per month. So
Same.
yeah, I would like to read more, but I also have some chunky books I want to read, so I don't think I will be reading more.
That's fair.
But we'll see. One of the books I purchased is 200 pages. So
That's not so bad.
when I saw how small it was, I was like, oh, that's good. That'll be a nice quick one. And it's part of a reading challenge, so it's a nice quick one and a tick on the box for the challenge, so that'll be good. All right, let's get out of here and do something else.